The Saudi-led coalition in Yemen said on Thursday that the head of Yemen's southern separatist, Aidaros Alzubidi, left for Somaliland by boat and then boarded an aircraft to Mogadishu. The aircraft, it says, was under the supervision of military officers from the United Arab Emirates, which supports Zubidi's Southern Transitional Council. Zubidi had been due to go to Riyadh on Wednesday for peace talks aimed at bringing to an end violence between the STC and other constituent groups in the anti-Houthi Yemen Presidential Council, but he fled. The STC had seized two governorates last month in the south that were held by Saudi-backed forces, prompting bombings by the Saudi Air Force and opening a deep rift between Riyadh and the United Arab Emirates. And for more on the situation in Yemen, I am now joined by Ghazali Babiker, who is the head of mission for the NGO Mehad. Thank you very much for joining us, Ghazali. The latest news suggests that Aidaros Alzubidi has fled Yemen and is in Somalia. Can you tell us any more about that?
Thank you very much for this interview, and I'm happy to share that our organization, Humanitarian Medical French and International Medical Humanitarian Organization. We are working mainly in the humanitarian field, and we hear what already you have mentioned. So we don't deal with politics, so I don't have enough information about the political situation in regards to if the event of Aidaros leaving Aden or not. I don't have that information, but that's what we listen and we see in the news.
Now, the Yemen Presidential Council is made up of 8 groups, but it's increasingly fractured. So we have the Houthis in the north, but even in the south, there is division there. How difficult is it to operate in a country like that?
At the moment, according to our area of operation, we are working more on the south. So I can tell you what we are doing in the south and how we read the situation. So the situation is very challenging for us at this moment. So even for us, like internally in offices, we ask our staff to work from home. Everyone is suspicious about the situation. We do believe that in this situation, which, as you mentioned, it is a bit of a chaos, we are worried about lack of stability and lack of security in the country. But at this moment specifically, it's in Aden city. It's normal. People are doing their activity outside in the street, but it's with wariness and it's with also very carefulness. And from our side, for example, we work in another governorate, not in Aden, in Abiyan governorate, and that usually is difficult at the moment to move and to access the population. We are also worried about the situation in other areas like in Hadramaut, in Al-Mahra, and in Al-Daleb, where also it's becoming very difficult to access population in this chaotic and unstable and unclearness about the future. So we are waiting for the coming few days to see the involvement of the situation, and we will try to adjust and try to find our room of operation. But definitely, as you described, it is very challenging.
Now, Mehad is a medical NGO. Yemen has suffered terribly from more than a decade of war, and this is clearly not helping things. On a practical level, what are the greatest challenges that your NGO faces?
Mainly access to our population. So movement of our team, because we don't have a fixed team in the area of our operation, so we cannot access there. In addition, also we see in our activity, because we are supporting Lauder Hospital. It's a district in the governorate of Abiyan, one of the most challenging governorates in Yemen. We are facing some trouble or issues with the hospital itself, and that's also related to the decrease international fund to Yemen, especially in this situation. So we do believe that in the coming period, Yemen and the humanitarian field or sector will need a bit of support from the international community.
Now, we have become accustomed in recent years to the civil war in in Sudan, rather. a lot of people have felt that it has been forgotten in the shadow of other wars elsewhere. Do you think this is also the case for Yemen?
Indeed, it is. We do see, like, if you look at the fund that is coming to Yemen in 2024 and 2025, you can see definitely the difference. There is a rapid decrease and short of funding, which resulted, for example, in our area of operation, we cover a population of 150,000. After the cut, that's from 2024. In 2025, the number of patients or the catchment area for our population increased to over half a million population, and that's due to the closure of some of the health facilities in the region and in the area, and definitely that also led all the patients to come to our facility, and that's why we are seeing an increased number of patients in this facility that we are supporting. But this is an example, and I'm quite sure this is happening. Talking to other NGOs and humanitarian actors and also authorities, this is happening all around, and that's as you describe it again. It's also part of the forgetfulness of the situation in Yemen also.
Thank you very much for that, Ghazali Babiker, the Chief of Mission of the NGO Mehad in Yemen.